This is JordanTower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so we got JayZ. So Forbes declares JayZ as the world's wealthiest musician, $2.8 billion net worth. Now, he's out here doing damage control this week because of everything that's coming out. With the Tony Busby situation last year with the Diddy stuff and everything. He's getting a lot of backlash. He got a lot of backlash even from the Super Bowl performance stuff. Even though a lot of people liked it, it's just that he's just getting a lot of backlash, right? And he's doing some diversion tactics, I'll call it, because he'll do all these interviews and stuff. He sat down with New Face and he talked about the Kendrick and Drake battle. He talked about a lot of stuff, and we're going to have to do a different video dissecting everything he talked about, but he was like, yo, this was good, but it was also bad. It set us back 5 steps, right? And then he was like, people thought I was like pushing Kendrick up. I'm JayZ, bro. He was like, I'm JayZ. I don't need to do that. I'm JayZ. I was like, bro, JayZ is the most secure and insecure person ever. He'll protect his image no matter what. He really cares what the public opinion is. He cares if certain people get too much traction on certain salacious stories about him. It's just that this is who JayZ is. He's petty, okay? So this is his way of like kind of getting at Drake and trying to drive him mad. Like, I'm not helping Kendrick. Bro, you brought him into the Super Bowl, okay? And you're representing him on a lot of deals. He's arguably always kind of like JayZ's clever, okay? And let me get there's an art in what JayZ does, right? And very few people can see through it, He'll like be your friend but your enemy at the same time. Like, he'll still do songs with Drake and everything up until a few years ago, while hating him at the same time because all the stuff Drake said about him, and the friendly banter back and forth that JayZ takes personal. I mean, the Nas beef, he still has gripes with to this day. He's friends with Nas, but he'll drop whenever Nas drops and have something dropping when Nas drops and try to overshadow Nas. He stopped doing that recently because he couldn't really keep up with the music. Nas said, all right, this was really clever of Nas. Nas said, okay, I'm going to just drop like 4 albums in 2 years. JayZ will never do that. And he doesn't have enough releases to keep up with that. And he was right. He dropped 4 or 5 albums in like 2 years. JayZ couldn't keep up. And Nas was doing it for sport at that point because both he and JayZ have expanded beyond music with venture capitalist firms, products, all kinds of stuff, It's just, it is what it is. So, like, JayZ having an opinion on this Drake thing was weird. Then he talked about the Diddy situation, basically him being brought into it. He said, I was so mad and this and that, and people can't just make accusations against people without proof. And he's right about that, okay? It was disgusting, all right? And this is his way for people to forget about it. I mean, the reason why he's jumping out now about it is because it started with the Diddy stuff, with the Tony Busby thing, and it's gotten worse, arguably, with the Epstein files, right? Like, I don't believe that because it was just a woman saying something about him that there's no validity that happened. It's just like, it's the same thing with the Diddy thing. There's nothing to back it up, but it was said, so I don't know. It is what it is. And this is his way of distracting, and it works because JayZ is very eloquently spoken. He sits down and controls the interview. He makes sure he's in a controlled interview now. He doesn't just go on the Breakfast Club or anything. And you know what? They're not going to challenge him anyways. You're only going to get an interview from JayZ once every few years, And he always rehearses it, makes sure he knows what's going to be asked. There's no surprises in these interviews. It's basically a press conference. That's what these interviews are. They're press conferences. It's him saying, this is what I'm going to say. This is how you're going to take it. And what? And what? That's it. That is it. So JayZ is dominating. Well, JayZ is controlling the narrative on his brand, and that's very important. And Tony Busby, that guy's screwed. I don't know why he went after JayZ, because especially with comments that, I mean, with accusations that can't be proven. I mean, you're gonna get washed in court, and he dog walked that situation, but it keeps coming back up. There's situation after situation. And yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, more visibility for JayZ doing these interviews. It could either work for him, where people forget about it. I mean, he does have an album release coming up soon. He has been releasing singles, meaning, old singles, but re-releasing them from 30 years ago. He's generating a new interest in his older music. He has these concerts this summer. It's a big. I wouldn't even call it a distraction. It's a change of narrative. It's smart, but I'm just saying that's what's happening right now, and you just got to recognize it. Let's talk about Jim Jones. Jim Jones speaks on being 50 Cent's AI video verse for Max B song. He says, I don't know how to play AI war games. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. He says, I don't have time to get on the computer and think of something funny. Shoot back at you because, I'm over here busy making money. And I think, did I say JayZ? I'm talking about 50 Cent. 50 Cent is always doing that too. 50 Cent, Mayweather, people like that, these are people that are an anomaly. They can do like multiple things at once and never get distracted. And that's what's going on with 50 Cent. But 50 Cent just broke a $100 million deal to launch this entertainment hub featuring a restaurant in Times Square. He keeps doing big deals while doing this. So it throws Jim Jones's argument out the window that, like, I don't know what he's doing, but I'm over here getting money, and, that's what I'm doing. It's like, okay, but so is 50. 50's getting money on a level you're not. And I'm not just saying this to just be on 50. I'm just saying, because Jim Jones is doing him, but I wouldn't even talk about this anymore if I was Jim Jones. I was like, oh, that was funny. I didn't really see a response in it, It wasn't worth a response. But it brought a lot of attention to something. But actually, Jim Jones should have responded. It's almost like an alley-oop that 50 Cent's giving him to be in the algorithm. 50 Cent keeps saying, I am the algorithm. And that is hilarious. But he keeps controlling that. And he's doing it to troll them. Anyways, almost like you guys need me to beef with you because I am the algorithm. But anyways, we'll get more into detail on these topics later. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. I will check you guys later. And make sure you subscribe. I'm sorry for the late video today. I was traveling all day, and the TSA lines were insane, bro. Like, it wasn't even the TSA line that was worse. Delta just decided not to go to work this morning, I guess. And they started checking people in 2 hours later, and you couldn't just do a bag drop. So that took 2 hours, then 2 hours in TSA line. And it was like 4.5, 5 hours before you like got to your gate. And by the time I reached my destination, I just had to take a nap, bro. So, but I'm good. Hey, God is good, man. I got here alive and safe. So thank God for that. I appreciate you all for watching. And I will check you guys next one. Thank you for watching here. Peace.